Welcome to Fun Tower Kitchen. Here's your host, Rockin' Sedaille.
Thank you, Joni. That was Joan Bremen. Now, her and her husband Wayne are part of the Fun Tower Radio family, and they host our Labor Day get-togethers down on Long Island. Joni also has her own business. She has a Merry Maids franchise down on Long Island, so if you need your house cleaned, look her up. So, in the oven, I've got some meatballs cooking. We're going to have meatball sandwiches, and I thought today I would show you a real quick way to make fried calamari. It's Sebby's way, and people used to come from miles around to go to Ficarra's and eat Sebby's fried calamari. I'm going to show you how to make it, and it's very simple. Okay, we've got our calamari. It's all rinsed and no tentacles here, just this part. We're going to cut it into rings. I like my calamari like that. Our calamari is cut up into rings, and you can see that there's still a bit of water on there. We wanted to leave that on because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to toss it in flour. That's it. No salt, nothing else, just flour. Dump that in there and just toss it with your hands like that. Let that flour adhere all around. And then we're just going to let this sit in the flour for a couple minutes. We're going to head on over to the stove and get our oil ready. You want to make sure you use a nice flour too. I use Hecker's brand. It's my favorite. It's available at ShopRite. Family-owned company, and their flour is just, it's great. Okay, over to the stove. I've got my 14-inch high-sided stainless steel frying pan that I'm going to use for this. I'm going to go with 2 parts vegetable oil, 1 part olive oil. Now we want to make sure this oil is good and hot before we drop that calamari in there. We've got sauce on the back burner there for our meatball sandwiches. All right, we're going to check on our meatballs here. They've been in the oven for about 35 minutes, and those are done. Okay, the meatballs are out. I'm going to take some of this flour, shake it off this calamari, and put it in another bowl. Because Sebby says you don't want to put calamari or shrimp or anything like that in a frying pan one at a time. You want to dump them in all at once because these don't take that long to cook. So by the time you drop the last one in, the first one will be finished. Okay, our oil is up to temperature. Looking pretty good. Again, you want to make sure your oil is nice and hot. What we're going to do is we're going to scoop up all that calamari and we're going to put it in all at once. You want to be careful because you could get a little bit of splashing going on here. And here we go. Trying to get as much of it as I can in one fell swoop. Will you ready? Here we go. Just like that. It's times like this you want to make sure you know where your fire extinguishers are. There we go. Okay, our calamari is done. That looks and smells delicious. Now, Sebby says when you shake it, you hear that little ting, ting, ting? That means that the calamari is just right. Look at that. A little bit of salt. Hear that? Ting, ting, ting. Beautiful. Sebby's fried calamari. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I've already had 3 meatballs. And I've tried the calamari.
Okay, how is it?
This is Sebby's fried calamari. You've had that before, right?
Yeah.
Tell me if it tastes like Sebby's. It's nice and light. It's not greasy. And Sebi says when you take it out of the frying pan and you put it into the colander and shake it, you should hear ting, 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 ting. And that's what I heard. Sebi's fried calamari, meatball submarines, and Coke Zero, and power water. Thank you for watching.